One, understanding her overthinking a hidden emotion men often miss. Have you ever noticed how a simple message, a slight change in tone, or even your delayed response can make her suddenly quiet, distant, or full of questions? Often something much deeper. Overthinking. Overthinking is not a flaw. It's an emotional habit that often comes from care, concern, and the desire for clarity. Women, just like anyone who deeply values relationships, tend to analyze conversations, behavior, and patterns more than men usually do. And while it may seem unnecessary from the outside, for her, it's about finding emotional safety. Let's take an example. You replied with "just okay" to a long, heartfelt message she sent. Now, you might think it's normal, but in her mind, she might be wondering, to understanding emotional sensitivity, the unseen side of her heart. One of the most common things that often gets misunderstood in a relationship is emotional sensitivity. Many men feel confused when a woman reacts strongly to something they said, even if it seemed like a small or casual comment. But the truth is, she's not overreacting. She's simply feeling deeply. Women are often raised in a way where emotional expression is more accepted, while men are taught to hold it in. So, when a woman feels hurt by your tone, words, or silence, it's not because she wants attention, it's because she's actually affected. Emotional sensitivity doesn't mean weakness, it means awareness. She senses things: your energy, your mood, your pauses. For example, you might say in a moment of frustration, "Why are you always like this?" Now, to you, it may just be a venting sentence, but for her, it could echo in her mind for hours or days. Why? Because words carry weight, especially from the people we love. When a woman opens up emotionally, she's not looking for solutions right away. She's looking for understanding. A gentle tone, an open ear, and some simple words like "I hear you" or "I didn't realize that" hurt you can go a long way. Also, emotional sensitivity doesn't only show up during arguments. It's there during happy moments too. A kind compliment, a small surprise, or just noticing when she's feeling low. These things matter deeply to her. And when a man responds with genuine care, it creates a bond that's not just romantic but also emotional and respectful. Remember, emotional sensitivity is not something to be fixed. It's something to be honored. It's her superpower, her ability to feel, connect, and care. So next time she gets emotional, don't shut down. Lean in, say less, but mean more. 3. Why reassurance matters more than you think in any relationship. Especially between partners, one thing that often goes unnoticed is the need for reassurance. Many men believe that saying "I love you" once is enough, or that their actions alone should prove their loyalty and care. But for many women, reassurance isn't a one-time thing, it's ongoing. Reassurance isn't about insecurity, it's about emotional connection. It's about hearing again and again, "You matter to me," even when things seem fine. Women don't ask for this because they doubt you. They ask because it builds emotional safety. Let's understand it this way. In a world full of distractions, comparisons, and social pressure, women often carry silent emotional loads, expectations, self-doubt, and fears. In such a world, your consistent reassurance becomes her emotional anchor. It could be as simple as, "I'm here for you, no matter what. You're not alone. You're more than enough." Might feel, "But I already told her I love her," or "I show it through my actions." Yes, actions matter, but words create clarity. They erase doubt. They heal emotional wounds you may not even know exist. Also, reassurance is not just about romantic words. It's about your presence. During tough times, you're about being patient when she opens up. It's about not making her feel guilty for needing a little extra support on certain days. Some women may have been in past situations where they were made to feel too much. It's too emotional or not enough. Your reassurance becomes the antidote to that emotional history. The more you reassure her, not out of obligation, but out of love, the stronger the bond becomes. She feels seen, heard, and emotionally safe. And when a woman feels safe, she gives back love, trust, and loyalty in ways that are deep and long-lasting. So next time she asks, "Do you still love me?" don't roll your eyes. Smile, hold her hand, and say, yes, always. Because reassurance is not a weakness, it's a way to love better. For understanding the fear of being left behind in a relationship, in any close relationship, emotional safety is just as important as love itself. One feeling that many women silently struggle with is the fear of being left behind, emotionally or physically. This isn't just about someone walking away physically, but also about feeling emotionally distant, unheard, or unimportant over time. This fear doesn't mean she's weak or overly dramatic. In many cases, it stems from past experiences. Maybe someone close let her down, or maybe she was once made to feel like she wasn't enough. Over time, those experiences create a quiet question in her heart. What if it happens again? Even small things can trigger this fear. Delayed reply to her message. A sudden change in tone, missed call without explanation. You might not even notice it, but she feels the shift. And when she senses that emotional distance, her mind fills in the blanks, often with worry, not logic. So what can you do? First, recognize that consistency builds trust. It's not about big promises, it's about small, everyday actions. Let her know you're there, not just when things are good, but also when she's feeling low or unsure. She reaches out emotionally, don't pull away. Don't say you're overthinking or you're too sensitive. Instead, say, I'm here, I understand. Second, make her feel included. Involve her in your day, even in little things. A quick message, a kind word, or just checking, and can calm many of her hidden doubts. Most importantly, be emotionally present. You don't need to solve every problem, just show up with honesty. Reassure her that your presence is not temporary, that love isn't just a feeling, it's a daily effort. When a woman knows she won't be left behind, emotionally or physically, she begins to trust not just but the relationship. That kind of safety leads to deeper love, open communication, and true companionship. So, don't let silence fill the spaces she's trying to keep close. Your steady presence can be the answer to a fear she may never say out loud. 5. Why comparisons can quietly hurt a relationship, a healthy relationship. Appreciation plays a much bigger role than we often realize. But one silent emotion that can quietly damage trust and self-worth is the feeling of being compared to others consciously. Many women feel this. Even if social media, family expectations, or even casual comments from their partner can create a sense of pressure. Am I enough? Do I match up? Is he thinking about someone else? Sometimes comparisons are not even direct. Maybe you compliment someone else's looks, their dressing style, or the way they speak, and even if that wasn't your intention, it may leave her questioning her own worth. It's important to remember, love is not a checklist. It's not about comparing who's better, smarter, prettier, or more talented. It's about choosing someone every day, just as they are. When a woman feels she's being compared, it creates emotional distance. Slowly, she may stop expressing herself freely. She may start second-guessing her choices, doubting her beauty, or hiding her true self. As a partner, the role isn't to rate her, it's to remind her that she is valuable, just as she is. Instead of saying, look how confident she is, you should be like her. Try saying, I love the way you carry yourself, it's real and it's you. These little shifts in language and tone can change the entire emotional energy of a relationship. Celebrate her individuality. Admire her in ways that make her feel seen, not compared. Remind her that you're not with her because she matches someone else's standards, but because she is your standard. At the end of the day, every woman wants to feel like she's enough for who she is, not who she could be. And when you give her that space, that safety, that love without measurement, she blooms in ways even she never imagined. 6. Why she apologizes too much and what it really why. Means, have you ever noticed her saying sorry for things that didn't even need an apology? It's like saying sorry when you were late, or apologizing just for expressing how she feels. This behavior is more common than people think, and it's not because she's always at fault. Often, it comes from a deep emotional pattern where she feels responsible for keeping the peace even at the cost of her own feelings. Many women grow up in environments, social, it's cultural or personal, where they're taught to avoid conflict. to please others, and to not overreact. Over time, this turns into a habit of over-apologizing, even when they've done nothing wrong. But here's what many men don't realize. When she says sorry too often for a mistake, sometimes she's apologizing for simply existing loudly, for being emotional, or for taking up space. And if her apologies are constantly met with silence, irritation, or frustration, she may start believing that her emotions are a burden. Her presence is too much. So what can you do? First, notice when she apologizes unnecessarily. Gently tell her you don't have to say sorry for that. These simple words can create a huge shift in her emotional comfort. Second, make space for her to express herself without fear of judgment. When she feels safe to be vulnerable, without needing to apologize for IHIs, she'll start trusting herself more. And the relationship too.